Administrators at East Middle School in Rapid City alerted parents last night that a student may have been planning a, quote, serious threat, unquote. School officials say the threat was originally made March 23rd, but it wasn't reported to them until yesterday. Our Brent Wise has been looking into this. He joins us now live. Brent.
That's right, Mike. There were rumors about this threat amongst the students for the past 2 weeks. Now, today I did speak with the administration and law enforcement about what happened and why parents didn't know until late last night. It wasn't until Thursday when the school learned about the threat. That's when a student told a faculty member during school hours, but parents didn't get an email until 9:30 p.m.
We immediately go to how do we message this? How do we communicate this? I'm not sure what we should do just yet with messaging. Let's hold back because we don't want to put misinformation out there. Finally, we decided, even though we didn't have what I would consider complete information, that we should put some sort of message out there so people knew it was safe for their kids to go to school.
Many parents were concerned about how vague the email was, but Hyslop says the school and police are limited by what information can be shared.
We are unable to release any information as to the name, age, any class periods that they can go to, whether they are at school or not, what school consequences that they receive, what law enforcement action was taken. We can't release any of that by both state and federal law. So I understand that it would be very frustrating and maybe unnerving to parents who don't have the complete information to rely on, law enforcement and school administration to determine whether their kid is safe to come to school or not.
The message parents received says law enforcement officers located the source of the threat and took appropriate precautions.
There was a threat that we dealt with at East Middle School, a potential threat. It was thoroughly investigated, and the individual, the source of the threat was identified and was in contact with law enforcement and school officials. I think that the process and the protocol is in place for a reason, and we followed all of our procedures and protocol, and it was successful in this case, and luckily we've been successful. It's served its purpose, and we've always taken these situations seriously, and we will continue to do so.
Now, we were interested on the number of East Middle School students who stayed home today. The school told us that 18% of the student body was absent. That could be due to yesterday's threat, today's weather, or because one TV news outlet did report incorrectly that classes were canceled today because of the weather. Mike?
All right, Brent, thank you so much for that. Now, Sergeant Hyslop stressed that there is no threat to the school at this time. He also encourages students to speak up as soon as they learn of any potential threat.